Let's watch another video, one last video that will cast light on how business people approach the day after. Then we'll have a break and we're gonna have interesting discussions with Mrs. Anna Diamantopoulou, head of the Network for Reforms in Greece, to have a chat. Let's watch the video. Where does your optimism lie on? My optimism comes from the fact that human nature needs adaptability, evolution, and progress. That's what makes us find new ways, look for new ways in the ways we communicate, we telecommunicate, and transact using new digital ways. Psychology of consumers will be improved after the measures are lifted. Everybody wants to go back to normal. I love elaborating on historical data. The Second World War was a huge crisis which leads to evolution of technology. The market is alive, finds ways through, and we see that thanks to, as a result of the products that came up following the crisis. Those who were able to stay cold-blooded during the pandemic were quick to identify the market gaps. They had great consultants and cultivated both the level of services they provided, and I think that all these companies that had an eye to the future, they're now really high at the market, and this will be visible once we're done with the crisis. The construction industry started going uphill in the last 2 years. So what the pandemic has changed was the speed of growth and development. What's good is that we still grow. We're not stagnated. It's an opportunity. This is an opportunity. Nothing will be the same the day after the pandemic. Many things will change in all areas. Those business people who will be quick to understand that and take a position, the right position, and open their embrace will get dividends. The pandemic caused some fuss, of course, but at the same time it gave birth to amazing opportunities for new things. Because of our routine world, we didn't have time to see. Now we were able to see them. Because of the time we found in the pandemic, I was able to think more clearly, identify new opportunities, and develop my world. This 72 billion euros fund has been approved. This is money that will be injected in the Greek economy, so this will be disseminated. The market will be like a spring. We're going to have great investments in Greece, and the first step for that is we can see that because we have huge organizations like Microsoft, Amazon already landing and investing in Greece. Alongside the major Hellinikon project, I think that many more companies will come here because Greece is a global hub. And on the other hand, there is a plan for Greece that in the next 3 years, there will be something like a new Marshall Plan. On the one hand, you cannot ignore the issue with our public finances because the sovereign debt has increased since March 2020 until today. On the other hand, there are studies showing that there is growth in the way once coronavirus says goodbye. When I discuss with other business people, they are quite optimistic, and I read surveys, global ones, showing that there is a recovery on the way. Some industries will be a bit delayed, but I think that in the end of the day, things will be smooth. People are very under pressure, they do not consume, but there is this breeze. There is a very positive aura by consumers who want to consume. Before the pandemic, our economy was at a very high speed, we're boosted, and we're about to go sky high. I think we have the potential after the pandemic to continue on this track. Historically speaking, we've seen that great recession times are followed by times of great growth and development and recovery, and that makes me really optimistic. Last week, I read a survey carried out by the Yale University by a Greek-American professor, Professor Christakis, showing that statistically speaking, that after a pandemic, there is a huge boost for the economy, excessive consumption, and there is an outburst of positive, let's say, behavior. There's a euphoria that helps economy. we will be able to turn the experience of the past 12 months into something positively viable. It won't be the smartest or the strongest one to survive. The ones who will be able to adapt will survive. Greece have been accustomed to living within a crisis. Since 2010, we have redefined our way of doing business, our way of life, and we have learned how to survive under new circumstances. So I think that this period will bring new opportunities and we will have to be ready to avail ourselves of them.